Connor. Today, the day of recording is December 20th.
December 20th.
Yes. Tomorrow is December 21st when this episode comes out.
Okay.
Which means this is our Christmas episode.
This is our Christmas episode?
Yeah, because we won't have another one until after Christmas. So Merry Christmas to all you lovely gamers out there.
If you're watching this on Christmas.
If you're,
Otherwise, we just sound like...
Or just, a preemptive Merry Christmas.
Well, I think otherwise we just sound like jerk-offs.
You always sound like a jerk-off.
Yeah, that's my charm.
That's my charm.
Anyways, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah.
Other than that, Connor, it's my birthday today. And you have not said happy birthday to me, and we've been friends for over a fucking decade. I think I forgot your birthday this year too.
Oh, I know you totally did. But it's like, oh shit, it's fine. Yeah, equals out.
We're at the point we've been friends too long to fucking care about that shit.
No, we don't.
Yeah. So
maybe I'm gonna get you your white elephant gift. Maybe that constitutes.
Oh, I'm not getting yours.
I will neither confirm nor deny that I'm getting you a gift.
I will deny that I'm getting you a gift.
Okay, well.
Any plans for Christmas this year, Connor?
I mean, my brother's coming to visit from Colorado with his girlfriend.
Oh, that's lovely.
Other than that, I mean, it's kind of just going to be a normal Christmas. I'll get presents. I'll give presents. And then it'll just be fun.
And that's how it goes. Yeah. It's about the same here. Nothing too special.
You said your mom and your sister were each going somewhere?
Yeah, the day after Christmas, Stevie, my little sister, is going to go see my dad in Florida. Mm-hmm. I saw him in the summer, so I took a pass.
Yeah.
Also, I can't get off work. And then my mom is going to visit my grandmother.
Yeah. So you'll have the house to yourself then, huh?
I will. Nice and empty, all by myself, free to game.
Maybe we'll do that Resident Evil drinking game.
Oh, dude, that's a great idea. Good idea. Oh, we should absolutely do that. Yeah, man.
Write that down. Write that down.
Write that down.
I'm actually looking forward to see those movies again, especially when...
I don't remember 3 at all.
Oh, I remember 3. I don't remember anything past that, but that's what I want to remember.
Really?
Yeah, I do.
I remember 4 pretty clearly.
Was 4 the one... No, 4
is the one with the prison, and then she jumps off the building, and then it's a lot of slow-mo. And then Wesker's in it, and he throws his glasses at the camera.
Yes, and
that one's 4.
The Barry moment. Do you remember that moment?
I think that's in 5.
Is that in 5?
There are 6 of those movies.
Yeah, I know there's 6. That's what I was trying. I get 4 and 5 mixed up. So.
Not 5, because you're talking the one where he gets shot.
4 is Afterlife, and then 5 is the one where they're in the underground area in Antarctica.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then he's shot and died, and the gun flies in the air, and he raises from the dead to shoot one more thing or whatever.
So fucking stupid.
Terrible movie,
it's great,
dude.
Though.
So
great.
Bad. Is that one the worst?
I think
that one's the worst.
That was one of the most fun, though.
Do you think?
I think so.
I don't know.
The worst was the final one, 6, because it was so disorienting when we watched it.
It was disorienting.
Because it's just terrible.
See, but that's the one that I was just laughing the whole time. I had a good time watching that one.
I did first, and I was like, oh god, my eyes. And then it hurt.
Dude, now I'm excited for this Christmas break.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now you got me excited.
And now this can also serve as our replacement of watching Monster Hunter the movie, because we're not watching that.
No, we're not watching that. Fuck that, no. I did see, though, what was it? The Resident Evil reboot movie coming out in September.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
I forgot about that. I forgot what that one's about.
We don't know, because there's
we covered it on this podcast.
Well, there's the TV show, there's the movie.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Too much Resident Evil.
Yeah.
Anyways, let's get on with the show. We've been talking too long. We've got a packed show. Let's just get right into it.
Yeah.
What's poppin', players? Welcome back to episode 22, I think, of the Two Pennies Gamescast. I am your host, Tavin Bothel, here with my good friend and co-host, Connor Elliott. Say hi to the people, Connor.
I already said Merry Christmas.
I guess, yeah.
Merry Christmas.
Did you say hi, though?
I said Merry Christmas. That constitutes a hi.
All right. Now, ladies and gentlemen, you might be asking, what is this show? Well, me and Connor come to you with the new news in the gaming industry. We come to you with our 2 topics, our 2 pennies, if you will, and give you our 2 cents on them. This week, Connor, is a very, very important, very stressful week for some people, Connor.
Not us. But
Not us.
Yeah.
Not us. To me, it's a very frustrating and infuriating week.
Yeah.
To you, we'll find out. I haven't talked to you about this.
No.
So, last week, Connor, we covered Cyberpunk, or we reviewed Cyberpunk 2077. You and I are both playing it on PlayStation. I'm playing it on the PS4 Pro. You played it on the base PS4.
Which, funny enough, now that I think about it, I had less problems than you did.
Are you?
In terms of glitches.
Have you played it since we last...
No, because my general take on the game, it was kind of the same as yours, is at its core, it's a good game. A very good game.
Yeah.
But it's so marred by technical issues. Oh,
I'm getting...
Feedback?
Yeah. Oh, it's gone. Okay. We're going to keep going.
All right, solve the problem. It's so marred by technical problems that despite it being a core good game, I at least was going to give it a break. So I haven't played it since then. I've stayed true to that. And I'm just going to wait for more updates to come out. That's been my overall take on the game.
I tried playing it once more. I had been dealing with many, many more issues than you on the technical side. I tried playing it once more since last week, and they're only getting worse. Mm-hmm. The deeper I go, the worse it gets. And yeah, I'm beyond infuriated with this. Like, I don't understand. Like, it feels like highway robbery, is what it feels like. Like, I gave you $60 and you've squandered it. Like,
that being said, though, they did. I don't know how you were going to lean into everything. They did offer a refund.
Yeah, well, we're going to start with that because Monday morning or late Sunday night, we had already recorded the podcast. It was already uploaded. It was just waiting to go live. They released a statement saying on their Twitter, "Dear gamers, don't address us as fucking gamers.
I want to be addressed as gamers.
Don't fucking... You're already off on the wrong foot for me."
Really?
This is weird.
That's it? That's the first thing that makes you upset?
Yeah. I'm already mad. The game is already bad. The game... whatever. Dear gamers, first of all, we would like to start by apologizing to you for not showing the game on base last-gen consoles before it premiered, and, in consequence, not allowing you to make a more informed decision about your purchase. We should have paid more attention to making it play better on PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. Second, we will fix bugs and crashes and improve the overall experience. The first round of updates has just been released, and the next one is coming within the next 7 days. Expect more, as we will update frequently whenever new improvements are ready. After the holidays, we'll continue working. We'll release 2 large patches starting with patch 1 in January. This will be followed by patch number 2 in February. Together, these should fix the most prominent problems gamers are facing on last-gen consoles. We will be informing you about the contents of each patch ahead of their release. They won't make the game on last-gen look like it's running on a high-spec PC or next-gen console, but it will be closer to the experience than it is now. Finally, we would always like everyone who buys the game to be satisfied with their purchase. We would appreciate it if you would give us a chance. We already did. We gave you $60. That was your chance. Anyways. But if you are not pleased with the game on your console and don't want to wait for updates, you can opt to refund your copy. For copies purchased digitally, please use the refund system of PSN or Xbox respectively. For boxed versions, please first try to get a refund at the store where you bought the game. Should this not be possible, please contact us at helpmerefund@cdprojectred.com. and we will do our best to help you. Starting from today, you can contact us for a week up to December 21st, 2020. Humbly, and then the execs. So, by the time you're hearing this, it's already too late to hit that email up.
No, not yet.
No, by the time you're hearing this.
Oh, but yeah, Monday, yes. We're talking about it, you have the last bit, yeah.
So, they released this statement. First of all, don't just say we should have paid more attention to making it better for you knew what you were doing. You knew what the state of this game was in.
Yeah.
You can't tell me you didn't know.
I don't know why they didn't just
delay it.
Delay it, yeah.
Delay it.
Really,
you'd already delayed it.
Everything comes down to that.
They'd even come out and said, after this, I'm going to just start recapping, because if I read every statement that had come out this week, a lot of news for this game came out this week. Yeah. If I read every statement, I'd be reading for 40 minutes. It then later came out that CD Projekt Red had passed certification with PlayStation and Xbox on the faith that they would fix the game before launch. Mm-hmm. So PlayStation and Xbox said, okay, yeah, sure, it doesn't work now, but it will work later. Not a problem. Fix your game and then come out whenever you're ready. Well, you squandered that. You came out and your game's not ready.
Yeah. And correct me if I'm wrong, that didn't mean that they couldn't delay it if they wanted to. Like, they still could have, been certified and delayed the game, and everything
They
would have been
did,
fine.
Connor. Remember, they passed certification and then delayed it to December 10th.
But they could have delayed it again, and it still would have been fine then.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so
100%. So that's frustrating. It makes PlayStation and Xbox look like idiots. So you're now ruining the reputation of other companies. And then this just blatant assumption that we're all going to get refunds. First of all, for digital copies, PlayStation and Xbox's refund policy is if you've downloaded the game, you cannot refund it. So if you buy it but don't download it, yeah, sure, not a problem, no damage. But as soon as you've downloaded it, and I think you also have to as soon as you've started it up, no go. Just absolutely zero chance.
Which, I just say that it's kind of a weird policy.
It's weird. It needs to be updated.
Yeah.
Especially since 50% of gamers are all digital now.
And then you have Steam, which has done refunds for the longest time. Yeah.
So I think this will actually start a conversation about that, and I assume those policies will change with the turn of this generation of console. This went to which everyone immediately was like, hey, can I refund my game? And to which the most prominent answer is probably because PlayStation has the market share for consoles. We saw a bunch of replies from PlayStation saying, no, they say they're going to update it, wait for an update. This in itself caused such an outrage, mostly driven towards CD Projekt Red, because they're the ones that fucked us here.
Yeah.
And
PlayStation's kind of caught in the middle of it all.
And to be clear, the executive level fucked us. The developers making the game are working themselves to the bone and putting their blood, sweat, and tears in this.
Which is the thing, I'm like, oh, God damn it. Just take it. Give them a break,
right,
man.
Exactly.
Give them a break. Now, I don't know if you're going to go into this story later, so I feel like I just need to mention it now. There were reports that workers in CD Projekt Red were extremely upset.
Oh yeah,
management.
We're
verbally upset.
Yeah,
Something
about their last meeting or whatever. Oh man, they're pissed.
Yeah.
They're pissed. Everyone's pissed because this is all a decision made by a few select people who decided to just make like bandits.
Yeah. It wouldn't have been so bad if it was just hard. If it was so hard to be avoidable, it would have been a little bit of a different story. But it was so easy.
It's so easy to avoid.
Yeah,
this game did not need to come out this year.
Regardless of when it came out, it would have made its money back a lot.
Exactly.
It's already kind of made its money back. Already.
There were reports in the first 24 hours it already made its entire development budget and its marketing budget back.
Yeah,
in the first 24 hours. Now that may not be true, Connor, because the other night, I forget which, I want to say Thursday. A statement came out from PlayStation saying, hey, we believe in quality. You're not getting that. So, if you want a refund for Cyberpunk 2077 and you purchased it through us, we will give you that refund. Also, we are removing the game from our store. So, Cyberpunk, you can't get it now on the PlayStation Store.
No.
It's gone. I just saw today, Microsoft has a warning about excessive bugs on their store when you try and buy the game. They've also confirmed that they will supply refunds. I've never seen I've never seen a game get taken off a game of this profile get taken off the store.
No. Now, I did see some jokes going on the interwebs about how PlayStation has one bad release that's completely buggy, while PC has had tons of them, and this is a bigger issue than any of those have ever been before in the public eye. I just thought that was a little bit funny.
Well, when you're top 3 biggest games of the year,
you're gonna generate some on a console that people play a lot of games on, and not everyone can own a PC. So
exactly, and it's the difference from other games will they'll be glitchy, something will be wrong, and maybe it'll corrupt a save file, and you'll have to start over. Cyberpunk is unplayable on console.
Well, I did hear recently, once again, don't know if you're going to go into this, there were reports that if in-game files exceed 8 megabytes.
Yeah, I was getting there.
Yes.
I read this last night. Yeah, if your game save exceeds over 8 megabytes of storage
on PC, they hadn't had any of these problems on console yet. Should specify.
Oh, is that clear? Okay.
Yes.
Probably just haven't gotten there yet.
No, maybe not.
Yeah, if your save exceeds 8 megabytes of storage, fucking destroys your game. Corrupted, and I think they even said, hey, yeah, we've seen it. Unfortunately, if your game got corrupted, we can't fix that. But we're going to fix the problem. What?
Yeah. Sorry.
What?
Maybe you put in 40 hours? That's too bad.
How do you do that? How do you do that and not tell people about it? I don't believe your QA department did not find that issue. Surely they found that issue.
They have to
There was
test
that
this
there
kind
was
of stuff,
that
right?
175 hour play thing that went viral, and everyone was like, "Oh my god, he's played 175 hours and hasn't even beaten the game yet!" Like, holy crap! Like, you're gonna tell me you didn't find that issue? You didn't you didn't feel like it was worth telling us that, hey, if this happens,
In defense of those testers, it's not like. If
I'm
you
not blaming the
exceed-
testers.
Oh, okay, but
I'm not blaming the testers.
I do have to admit though, if it does exceed 8 megabytes, it doesn't mean that it is going to corrupt your save file. It just can.
But
so maybe they didn't encounter that. during the
should be
testing.
there. That there should be a warning.
It shouldn't be a
especially
problem.
with this
It shouldn't be a
clusterfuck
problem.
of a launch you fucking have. You should be able to fucking tell us, hey, just by the way, your save will corrupt. Doesn't matter what platform you're on. Your save will corrupt if it gets to that point. What? Fucking what? Come on, man. Like, these are simple things. I've never seen a company be so high and fall so far so fast. Dude.
Even Bethesda, that kind of had a similar situation in terms of their credibility dropping. It wasn't this much.
The quality of CD, like the clout CD Projekt Red exceeded, I think, almost any other company or
And now
any
it's
other dev
going
team
down.
like I had ever seen before. Because these were the guys in the middle of the microtransaction era, or in the middle of all those controversies, said no, free DLC. You bought our game, you deserve it. You know. Like, these were those guys. Like, what happened? What the fuck happened? We've even said on this podcast, they always do right by their consumer. They've squandered all of that. It's all gone.
And in the span of a week, too. Like, months and years
So
building up
quickly.
this stuff, and it's just...
So quickly. This is something
thing.
you've been building since your first Witcher game.
Yeah. This is one of those things that it doesn't make sense that they wouldn't do everything in their possibility to make sure the game coming out was near perfect in terms of how it performed. They had no reason not to try that.
None of this needed to happen. Like,
I
I don't know, maybe there's an argument that, like, you did it to get a game out for investors, but, like, sure, okay, your stock drops a little bit after a delay out of this fiscal year. It's gonna pick right the fuck back up and exceed where it was if you come out with the best RPG ever.
And the people that you really want to cater to, the people who play the games, that's what's going to matter in the long run.
Which, we should also say, bugs aren't the only issues with this game. This game is just not what you pitched us. You pitched us this revolutionary RPG. NPCs are gonna have their daily schedules. Police are gonna have patrol routes. None of that's in the game. It's just not there. Like, if you walk in front of traffic, you just stop traffic. They don't know what to do. The AI doesn't know what to do. They just sit there and honk at you and do nothing. If you fire your gun into the air, people don't run away, they crouch.
Yeah.
And they, like, cower in fear. But if you just turn away from them and then turn back, they've despawned.
Yeah.
Because the AI doesn't know what to do with that information. So it just despawns your NPCs.
And that seems to be a problem that also could have been fixed if you just waited and delayed it.
Give yourself the allotted time that you need.
Now,
Dude, like, when they probably inevitably announce a new Witcher game, like, we need to remember this. Like, we can't get, like, this is ridiculous, bro.
yeah,
Like,
whatever their next game is, they need to do the opposite of this. Like that's, at this point, that's the only way I could see them gaining back, trust.
dude, at this point, it should be. Well, they've also said, hey, for physical copies, if you have issues getting a refund, we'll pay out of our own pocket to refund you.
Yeah. So
Okay, cool. You're
there's-
making some steps.
There's definitely still space there for them to improve and come back from it.
I mean, if it were me, I would shut the fuck up. I would shut the fuck up, go fix the game, and come back. Do not crunch your workers over the fucking holidays. Let them have their holidays.
No. Even if the game takes like 3 more months to come out in its final form, do it.
Do it.
Yeah.
Just shut the fuck up, go away, fix your game.
Now-
come back, and then I would even say all your DLC for this game should be fucking free.
Oh, that
All
would
of
make
it.
sense.
Like, your big expansions that you're planning should be free.
Now, this is a question that's at the back of my mind, and I'm wondering what it's like to you. Are you going to refund it?
I've already requested a
You already
refund.
have you gotten the refund?
No, I imagine it'll probably take a week or two.
Because I was going to wait, and I was like, well, I'm going to get it on PS5. I'm going to get it eventually, so I might as well. I have the money now. But I was thinking to myself, well, I could just get $60 back right now. And
I'm so frustrated and upset, Connor. Even when I get my refund, I'm not buying it on PC.
No, not PC?
I'm not getting it. Like, well, I'll probably revisit Cyberpunk 2077 at some point, probably on the next gen version, probably months from now when the game is functional.
The only reason why I'm doing it too.
Yeah. But yeah, no, or maybe I'll just go for the PC version since it was always going to be the better version anyway. But no, you don't get my money until it's clear that you've delivered the game that you promised.
Mm-hmm.
And this is disgusting. Like, it makes me fucking sick. And just to add, and of course, their stock prices are just dropping. They're bottoming out so quick.
Oh yeah.
Today, a report came out from Eurogamer by Vicky Blale. CD Projekt investors may sue over Cyberpunk 2077's, quote, materially misleading information. A law firm has indicated that it is considering a class action lawsuit against CD Projekt, the publisher of Cyberpunk 2077, as reported by the New York Times. A Warsaw-based lawyer and CDPR investor has indicated that they are exploring the possibility of suing, alleging that the studio may have misrepresented itself to investors in order to secure funding. According to the briefing prepared by the lawyer, they are inviting others affected by the quote suspension of the sale of the Cyberpunk product. So, because sales have been suspended, now investors are like, hey, now we're not getting the money we want. Fuck you. Mm-hmm. New York-based Wolf Houdenson, Alder Freeman, and Hertz LLP has also announced it is looking to represent shareholders who've incurred losses, quote, resulting from allegations that CD Projekt may have issued materially misleading information to their shareholders and investing public. As we reported over the week since Cyberpunk... Okay, so this is just about its patches and stuff. CD Projekt bosses have told staff they will still get their bonuses, despite buggy launches, so that's good. Earlier today, we reported that their save files are becoming permanently corrupted. We talked about that. Yeah, and then this dev team is just going to have to continue to crunch now and after the holidays to get this game to the point of that. So all this work, all of this conversation about, hey, you're crunching your workers, what are you doing over there? All of it for fucking nothing. Mm-hmm. Like, I've never seen it. And I also saw reports that the CD Projekt CEO is liking tweets about other games having worse launches than this. How fucking petty and gross do you have to be doing this? Like, dude, just fucking eat crow, learn your lesson, and move on. Dude, there's got to be... I wouldn't be surprised if within the next year we see some outings of executives from this company.
I get that too. I mean, especially if this lawsuit carries to a point where it succeeds.
Oh yeah,
you would definitely see some kind of action being taken within CD Projekt Red itself. If that does happen, as long as it doesn't affect the workers, the ones who didn't have any hand in this bad launch, I don't really care. Maybe the price they have to pay.
Yeah. So, I care. I don't want them to crunch and have to, not see their families and work 6.
No, I don't want that either.
6-day weeks, 80-hour weeks, 100-hour weeks anymore. But unfortunately, it looks like they have to because of choices made at the executive level, mm-hmm. which was the thing we said every time the crunch reports came up. We kept saying, well, as long as management is handling it correctly. Obviously, they're not handling it correctly.
No.
So this is like the worst possible scenario for this.
Yes, it is.
Gross. Anything else you want to add to the CD Projekt Cyberpunk story?
I mean, really, I'm just expecting more bad news for them to come out.
Yeah.
This is definitely not the last time we're going to talk about it, the last time bad things are going to happen.
By the time you hear this, something might have already dropped and something else disastrous may have happened. Happened last week. We were lucky enough that we're a little later in recording today, so we got the investor suing story in there, but I fully expect some other nonsense to happen over the holidays. So, Connor, let's move on to something possibly a little more positive, shall we?
Yeah, sure.
Let's talk about... let me get my time code right. Sorry about that. Let's talk about the big three teaming up.
The big three being Valve, I can't go there. I can't.
You couldn't even get
two other ones. I couldn't even get two other ones.
So this is an article from The Verge by John Porter. Sony, Microsoft, Nintendo unite on new set of safety principles for online gaming. Sony, Microsoft, and Nintendo, who among them effectively control the entirety of the console gaming market, have announced a shared set of safety guidelines for how they'll moderate and police their online platforms. Quote, protecting players online requires a multidisciplinary approach, the statement, which was posted simultaneously by the three companies, reads, One that combines the benefits of advanced technology, a supportive community, and skilled human oversight. The principles have been published as increasing numbers of games like Fortnite, Rocket League, and Apex Legends are offering crossplay among their different platforms, allowing gamers to play together regardless of which hardware they're using. However, the feature could cause problems if each platform's rules are enforced differently. The new principles should help each console manufacturer follow similar approaches to keeping players safe. In the past, Sony has cited potential differences like these as the reason for not allowing PS4 gamers to play against other consoles. Back in 2017, the PlayStation Global Sales and Marketing Head Jim Ryan told Eurogamer that the reason the company wasn't supporting crossplay in Rocket League or Fortnite was that the company didn't want to expose its players to online environments outside of its control. Quote, "We have a contract with the people who go online with us, that we look after them and they are within the PlayStation curated universe," Ryan said. "Exposing what in many cases are children to external influences we have no ability to manage or look after. It's sometimes we have to think, it's something we have to think about very carefully." Excuse me. Sony later walked back its position and allowed crossplay between its consoles in the two games. It has allowed other games on its platform to support the feature since then. Games like, Call of Duty, Modern Warfare, for example. And I believe Black Ops Cold War also has
I think it did as well, yeah.
crossplay. It definitely does through Warzone, which is all the same.
Oh, yeah.
Anyways, the new principles come under three main categories: prevention, partnership, and responsibility. Prevention covers allowing players to customize their privacy controls to promote the existence of these options and make them easy to use. Partnership, meanwhile, includes pledges to cooperate with other organizations and ratings agencies on safety initiatives. Finally, responsibility includes a commitment to be transparent about rules and to make it easy for players to report when people break the rules. Quote, "This partnership signifies our commitment to work together to improve player safety and ensure gaming remains truly for everyone," end quote, the statement reads. The announcement doesn't contain any details about specific policy changes any of the companies are making, but the solidarity is notable in an industry where competition among them is often characterized as a war. So, the crossplay door has been kicked down, and we are months, I could see at most probably like another year or two before crossplay is just a standard.
Yeah, it was always moving in that direction.
When Call of Duty did it, the argument was over.
It was really just a matter of PlayStation being the ones, Sony being the ones to actually open up and allow that to happen. Because we've already seen Microsoft and, PC having crossplay, and now
and
Nintendo
some crossplay with
seems to
Switch. Switch even had some crossplay with things like Rocket League and Fortnite. So.
Obviously, Nintendo's kind of the smaller player in this, possible big deal that's going on.
Yeah.
But even so, it's been a long time coming, and it's finally happening.
Absolutely.
Now, obviously, there's no policy specifics about what they're doing.
I'm sure there's some behind-the-scenes stuff already in action. If they've already made a united statement, then it's probably all locked down, and
they just don't want to make any presumptuous, comments.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll be a big update thing that we'll all see. It's worth noting that their excuse, PlayStation's, that is, in 2017 about, the children, we didn't really believe that.
No.
At the time when it happened, but...
I mean, look, they eventually made it to where Rocket League was cross-platform.
Yeah. So, we're there. It's here. We're happening. No excuses now.
No,
so,
not at all.
Cool to see. Great to hear. May it no longer matter where you buy your games, you still play with your friends.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, I think I've been on this podcast a few times saying next gen is all about convenience. So... this is convenient.
To me, this is the ultimate convenience, because now I don't have to worry about,
where am I getting? I can play my game where I want.
Yes.
And still play with my friends.
And another issue that I always constantly had was, now that I have a PC and I have a PlayStation, I have to decide, which console, which device is going to allow me to play with more people. And eventually, it's probably not going to matter all that much, because everything's going to be cross-play.
Yeah.
So,
great news. Great news. Very exciting.
Don't really see any negatives coming from this.
No. Unless, it just becomes disastrous and everything breaks.
No. I was thinking about this story in the shower. Weird place to think of this kind of thing. But I raised a hypothetical to myself. If what would it be like if these three major companies joined together into one big monopolist organization? I figured that.
I mean, they won't, but
they won't. They never will. It was entirely theoretical, but that'd be. I just thought about how terrible that might be. Like, man, I can just see
your casual dystopian shower thoughts.
Very, very, yeah.
Okay, Connor, let's move on. Let's move on. Oh, I forgot to even talk about whose pennies. So I had the first penny was my Cyberpunk.
You surprisingly called dibs as quick as possible.
I was mad. I wanted to talk about it. This crossplay thing was your first penny. Let's move to your second penny, Connor.
Mm-hmm.
This is weird.
Once again, more lighthearted, I think, because it's not as severe.
I mean, it's something you could just definitely make fun of here.
Yeah.
So this is an article from Ars Technica by Kyle Orland. Simp incel, part of newly banned insults on Twitch. As part of a crackdown on, quote, sexually focused terms on its platform. I can't even take this seriously.
Can't even take this seriously. That being said, we'll get into it.
Yeah, let me get to it. Sexually focused terms on its platform. Twitch says terms like simp, incel, and virgin will soon be banned when used as insults by streamers or chatters on the popular gaming streaming service. In a live stream town hall presentation yesterday, Twitch COO Sarah Clemens said that the terms would be barred specifically when used in a context that quote negatively refers to another person's sexual activity. Twitch later clarified in a statement that, quote, using these terms on their own wouldn't lead to an enforcement, but we would take action if they were used repeatedly in a harassing manner. That largely mirrors Twitch's existing policy against hateful slur, which are generally barred, but can be used, quote, in an empowering way or as terms of endearment when such intent is clear. Contextual enforcements of the policy of these words could be important since many streamers self-identify as virgins or incels, for example.
That's just a funny thing.
The term simp, someone who does way too much for a person they like, meanwhile, is often used as a generic trash talk rather than with any specific sexual content. I can't read the rest of this, man. This is fucking stupid.
Now, one thing that I do have to mention, though, is that it seems weird that in a very sexually positive society, they're like, we can't say these words now because they're not. They're not good.
We are not a sexual positive society.
We are at
not
the most we've ever been. Ever.
Sure, in the most we've ever been, but we're not. Like, we're still not. Like,
we make fun of fat people all the time. in terms of
we
that
do.
Stuff, yeah.
We shouldn't, but we do. Like, and women are still like sluts and whores and bitches, and like, we are not sexually free in this fucking society, but this is fucking stupid.
In terms of, like, the Twitch, plan to ban these words.
The ecosystem of Twitch is more... No, it's still not even sexually positive there. It's actually probably worse than most areas. But.
I mean, I to be quite honest, outside of just, like, watching people play games, I've never said this, I absolutely hate Twitch. I hate a lot of things about it.
What's wrong with Twitch?
Like, I just like the community around it, like stuff like this is the story that's breaking. This kind of stuff.
Well, this is stupid.
Yeah,
this is ridiculous.
The whole aspect of how the community of Twitch is just, it's kind of weird to me.
But when you've got the mind share of,
I do think this is kind of a slippery slope, though. As with all banning of anything,
I feel like this is a non-starter. Nothing's gonna come of this.
I would like to say that, but sometimes, as people have sometimes seen in the past,
they don't ban motherfuckers for using the N-word. Like,
well, that's because also black people can use that word without much.
Yeah, but they don't ban white people for using it in hateful ways. Like, they don't do anything about it. Like, they're just saying these things.
Once again, if they're doing something like this, it's probably only a matter of time before they do that as well. Because this is the first time I think that they've ever actually banned words on Twitch.
No, they just said in this if you use discriminatory shit.
No, this is the first. Okay.
Yeah, they said like,
but specific words. Like they're saying, if you say this word in a specific context,
I'm sure they've outlined words. It just didn't meet headlines because, of course, the N-word or, the F-word when referring to homosexuals or,
when referring to homosexuals.
Any anti-Semitic stuff. Like, yeah, sure. Like, I'm sure those are outlined, but of course those aren't going to break headlines because they're not ridiculous. This is ridiculous. Like, this is just silly.
Well, to be quite, I'm actually going to take it a little bit seriously right now. One of the things they say is that they're going to make sure that if it's used in certain contexts, then that will determine a banning.
Yeah, but there's so much gray area there that
Well, exactly. That's why I say it comes into the slippery slope.
And who's gonna report? I mean, I'm sure somebody will, but who's gonna report someone else for calling them a simp in chat? Like
someone, a Twitch streamer,
a Twitch streamer. Someone will do it, but like you're a fucking loser if you do that. Like, you know?
I don't know. Anything.
Also, I thought simps were proudly simps.
No,
Are they not?
I've never came across that being.
Are simps shameful of their simpery ways?
Well, I think when they're called out on it, yes. I don't think they like actively refer to themselves as simps, but when they are, they're like, "Well, I don't like."
What's wrong with being a simp, man? Like, go get that pussy.
You pay for things when you can just watch porn.
Oh, that's fair. No, that's simpy.
That's the thing I always think of when I think of simpy. Speaking of simpy, you gonna watch that new Belle Delphine porn video for Christmas?
Wow, that was out of left field.
Yeah, there was a video on Twitter today that people were ragging into. I'm not going to mention what it was. But
to answer your question, no.
Thank God.
But, okay.
It literally, the only reason I'm saying that is because it was the first thing I woke up to this morning.
What world do you live in on the internet,
dude,
bro? Because I'm in a totally different world.
Trending, dude. I don't know what to tell you.
It wasn't for me. I didn't even hear about it until I think you brought it up to me like a month ago. Like, oh my god.
Maybe I am in weird circles.
Good, you are.
Well, considering I have a Twitter channel that I follow called Femboy Fishing. Yeah, I guess that should be an indication.
Jesus Christ, Connor.
He just fishes.
He just fishes. Okay, Connor, let's refocus here. We've lost time.
I think I've been focused this entire time. You're laughing, but it's not funny. That's a good channel.
Let's move on to the final topic here. My second penny. Fuck you. Fuck. All right, pull it together. Where is this from? This is from
Serious time.
Yeah. This is an article from PC Magazine by Michael Cann. UK lawmakers push to outlaw game console scalping and crack down on bots. Should scalping video game consoles be illegal? A group of lawmakers in the UK think so. On Monday, 6 UK Parliament members made a push to outlaw reselling consoles and components at exorbitant prices. Specifically, they're calling on the government to advance legislative proposals designed to crack down on scalping. Quote, new releases of gaming consoles and computer components should be available to all customers at no more than the manufacturer's recommended retail price, reads the motion from 6 Scottish National Party members. I don't know why I'm being so fucking...
Yeah, I was gonna say earlier, calm down, but yeah, it's the energy. I like it.
The same motion also condemns the scalpers' automated bots for snatching up video game consoles from major retailers, thereby depleting the available stock. As a result, the Scottish National Party members also want to explore, quote, making the resale of goods purchased using a automated bot an illegal activity. The motion currently has the support of 24 UK Parliament members, but, as VGC points out, it merely calls on the government to formally debate this topic. So, we'll have to wait and see if the UK will produce any real legislation. In the meantime, scalpers in the US appear to be raking in huge profits from the resale of the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X. One study estimates scalpers on eBay have so far sold over 32,000 units of the PS5 for 2 to 3 times the console's normal price. On Tuesday, Walmart also called on U.S. lawmakers to pass legislation cracking down on automated bots. Currently, the U.S. only has a law against the resale of tickets for commercial events that they've been purchased using bot technology.
Yeah. You know, I cared about the story at first, but then I noticed it was in the UK, and I lost interest almost immediately. But this would be a good thing if it was happening in the US. I don't care about people in the UK, but...
Connor, you're so self-focused, bro.
At least
you're so selfish.
You're
so selfish.
If it was Germany, if it was France, if it was Ireland, I would have been fine.
This is a return to the ableist conversation we had about Assassin's Creed the other week.
I would have been fine if they were French.
You're mad because it doesn't affect you.
Yes. I would have been fine if it was any other people except for the UK.
What's wrong with the British?
They're
What's wrong? What's wrong with the motherland, Connor?
They're British? That's all I'm gonna...
Are you British? I don't even remember. What is your
Scottish?
You're Scottish? I'm French. So
yeah, you're French.
I don't even know.
Yeah, but, good on, people calling for this to be done.
No, it's really cool.
Yeah.
I really like it. I hope it gains momentum. I don't think it will.
No. Well, Here's hoping.
As soon as we're past the holidays, the entire conversation about scalping and the lack of supply for the demand of new consoles will disappear.
Even though it is an issue because, obviously the reason why people haven't...
It's very much an issue, Connor. I've been on the hunt this week.
Yeah, I know.
I've been on the hunt. I'm following all the Twitters. I've got Twitter notifications on for as soon as sales go on. Sales go up. I'm sitting in queues. I'm sitting in lines. I'm waiting. I'm refreshing pages. I'm having multiple setups. I've done this for 4 days. Connor.
I know.
4 or 5 days I've been doing this.
You were messaging me a couple days ago just updating, hey, Walmart, they're doing it at 3 p.m. Get ready for it.
Well, that was the first time I did it.
Yeah, and then you did it again.
And I've done it every day since.
I didn't read those because
I didn't do it yesterday because nothing happened yesterday.
Nothing happened.
And I don't think anything will happen today.
No.
But I did it. I want to say Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. I did it.
Mm-hmm.
I was sitting in lines. I had multiple devices set up, ready to go, signed in. Couldn't do it. Not a single one. Yeah. Not a one. It's so frustrating.
And it's all because of scalpers too.
It's all because of scalpers, man. Mm-hmm. It's all because of scalpers.
At first,
it's very frustrating.
I thought it was in high demand at first, but then obviously so many people.
They're just all getting
products online,
bought up by this nonsense. 32,000 units, Jesus.
On eBay alone.
Christ.
32,000 units
on eBay alone,
and that could be anywhere from charging $800, $600 to $1,000. You never know how much they're actually charging for it.
I mean, I saw headlines that a few consoles have been sold for like 10,000 plus.
Yeah,
which I guess if you got the money,
that's the other thing. Though.
Again, why? Just wait.
That's even if you even if you have the money, I kind of have a bone to pick with people that still buy it even after that because it only emboldens this kind of stuff.
Yeah,
because there's people who scalp notice that there's a market for this kind of stuff.
You justify the behavior.
Buy it. Yeah. Just don't do it. Wait. Yeah, as you said.
But we should know this is a problem that extends past console releases. Like tickets for concerts and for shows. Yeah, those. I mean, even though it's illegal here in the U.S., it still happens all the time. I know in the sneaker world for shoes.
Yeah.
I know it's a fucking mess.
Those sneakerheads are real scummy people.
Oh, it's a mess out there.
Very strange thing to be
anything with new technology. Any new technology, it's always an issue.
Consoles have always been a problem. This is, I think, the biggest issue we've ever had with scale.
Well, gaming has never been bigger.
Yeah,
so, and the hype for a new console generation has never been larger. So.
No, it is not. So
that's just what it is. So
it'd be funny if we did see some action on the U.S. side of things, but
oh, it'd be great. I would fucking love it. It wouldn't make a difference, but I would love it.
I mean, we have people like AOC in office now who, who've gotten really popular Twitch streaming. They did that recently.
Is she going to bat for this? I don't think she's going
to
bat.
I mean, people like that could, but the thing is that a lot of the people who would be able to have the power to change this stuff
let's not be silly. Like the AOC on Twitch thing is totally a political move.
Oh yeah.
It's the new, I could have a beer with him. It's I could watch her play Twitch.
Yeah, it's cool. But leading into that, a lot of the people who would be able to make change are old people. Do you think they, what's a scalper?
They don't even know what a fucking PlayStation is.
What's a bot? A robot? That's what they'd be thinking. So, with those people, I don't think they're going to be the ones to, let's look out for our constituents and do that. Do that favor for them.
Yeah. So, anyways, probably a non-starter. How many members are there in Parliament? Is it 100?
You're asking the wrong guy.
Quick, to the Googles.
I'm not going to lie. Journalism major here. I don't know how many people are in the House or the Senate.
Are you serious?
Yeah, not at the top
not
of my
in the
head.
Senate?
No, not like 300.
Connor, in the Senate?
Yeah.
Connor, you get 2 Senate representatives per state.
Yeah, but then there's math involved. I went to school for math.
Connor, how many states are there?
There's 50 states. I know.
Okay,
it's
now times 2.
It's like 150.
I hate you.
I'm not even trying to do the math because I know I'm gonna if I actually do the math, I'm just gonna make fun of myself to a worse degree.
That's sad. That's sad. I also think there's 360 members in the House of Representatives, something like that, 300 something.
Sure.
There were 650 members known as members of Parliament. They have 26. They have 26 pushing this issue. All right, yeah. So this isn't happening.
No.
Anyways, moving on, Connor. Oh wait, that does it.
Yeah,
that's the end of our pennies. We've given our pennies. We've given our 2 cents. Connor, that means we get to talk about what we've been playing.
Haven't done that in 2 weeks.
We have not done that in 2 weeks. Well,
No.
I guess we did it last week with Cyberpunk.
But that's not that wasn't the segment.
I also fuck. What was I talking? What was it? Oh, I thought of it earlier. Nope, it's gone. All right, whatever. Connor, what have you been playing this week?
Hades.
Lovely.
I mean,
let's go.
I messaged you that I beat Hades, 20th run.
20 runs in.
I
gotta go check my records to see how that fares. But,
yeah.
Well, I don't remember. I want to say it was over 20 where I finally beat him. I want to say. I want to say it was like 23 or 4. Or something.
Yeah.
So, anyways, Connor, what do you feel about Hades?
I think it's an amazing game. You know,
Fuck, I've been telling you for months.
It's shaken up my what's going to be my top game of the year.
I know, it instantly shoots up to that like top 3 slots,
Yeah.
like at least.
Oh, no, you'll find out in a couple of weeks.
Couple weeks.
But I had tons of fun. I'm going to take a break from it because I put 35 hours in from the moment I got it, and I just
How many hours have I put into that game? I don't feel like I put 35 hours into that.
Really?
You put 35 hours in 1 week?
Yeah.
Is your school over?
Oh yeah, school's over.
Oh,
that's why it was
well,
like
you got mad free time.
I do, yeah. For now until I get a job, but and I considering I played it pretty much the only game I played for an entire week.
Yeah.
I loved it.
Oh, it's phenomenal, isn't it?
Loved it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw that I just got to the new system where runs are shaken up and have extra rewards based off
the Pact of Punishment.
Pact of Punishment.
Yeah.
So
that really shakes it up. That breathes so much life into the game.
it seems like it does. There's so much stuff. That
there's a lot you could do in that game.
And I'm excited to get in. I'm excited to develop the story because I know there is still more to go into.
Yep.
Which surprises me because that's a weird way to do a game, but I like it. I'm to go back into it.
It's as far as I can tell, it's the only way to do it for a roguelike game is to have it be where like, okay, yeah, you get to the end, but like, how do you justify engaging your players to keep going after that?
I mean, with what I've got, it's already justified my purchase.
Yeah,
I can say that for
exactly.
certain.
Yeah, no, great, phenomenal game, phenomenal game, Hades. How? What's your favorite weapon right now?
Well, either the adamantium rail, the rail gun.
Really,
dude, that is over.
The adamant rail.
That's I
hate that weapon.
Each time I used it the first time like it doesn't seem that good, but then the dataless upgrades came in. And I ended up getting to Hades the first time I used it. I was like, oh shit, that was the first time I got to him. I was like, damn, okay.
With the rail?
Yeah, and then I did it again.
I haven't made it past the Bone Hydra with that weapon.
Really?
Yeah.
Because I did it again.
I hate that weapon.
I did it again though, and I got to Hades again. I was like, Jesus. And then I did the sword. I was like, I failed on that one. I was like, okay, well.
I've started diving deep into the sword. The sword, I think, is underrated.
Well, that's what I beat the game with. That's why I beat Hades with.
There you go.
And that kind of was like, okay, that's my favorite weapon. It has to be now.
Yeah. I did it with the shield, and I've done it with the bow.
I hate the bow and the shield. Like, I haven't used it.
See, I used to hate the bow. But then I beat Hades with him. I'm like, all right, so the bow's okay.
He's like, okay, well,
you hate the shield?
I don't like the shield. It doesn't do as much as the other weapons do.
Oh, dude, you're not using it right then.
Maybe I'm not because I've gotten so invested in the sword, the rail, and the bident, my third weapon.
The which one?
The spear, the bident.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I've kind of just like, well, even the bident.
The spear's good. The spear's good.
It's good, but in the last area of the game, it's not that good.
What are you calling it?
It's called a bident.
A bident?
Yeah, because it's got 2 prongs instead of 3. It's not a trident. It's not a spear because it has 2, not 1. It even says it in the game.
I guess, that's a dumb word, though.
It says it in the game. Well, blame the Greeks.
I will.
Yeah.
Anyways, so Hades is a great game.
Great game. Diving back into it later on. I played, I started again. I know, our mutual friend Spencer would be upset. Fire Emblem 3 Houses. I still haven't beaten the Golden Deer route.
Oh no, dude, it's a
long
long game. Take your time with it.
I don't care. I love the game. It's an amazing game.
Why would you don't feel shame in playing that game?
I'm not.
That game is designed to be played at least 3 times.
Yes, I know. But I'm feeling any shame at all. I love every minute of it.
So
but I'm playing more of that. I started playing. I played a little bit of Rogue Company. I know you've probably seen the guys play that a little bit.
Yeah. What is this game?
It's
some kind of squad based.
It's a squad based game. That's the word I was looking for.
Yeah.
Where each team is comprised of 4 people that just have one attacking and one defending, and they try to plant a bomb. And each.
Oh, is it like closer to like a CS:GO type thing, or
no? Well, because each character has their own special abilities, and their own design. It's third person. So that's how it kind of shakes it up compared to a lot of the other squad-based games.
Okay.
And, each of these abilities, you can only use once.
So you fill a role.
Each round. Yes, you fill a role. Kind of. I mean, there's no such thing as like composition. You really just, I like that guy that has that ability. And then you pick it and you go. And unlike other games where, so usually the way these types of games work, for those of you that don't know, when a round starts, there's a buy phase. And you have to spend currency that you get while playing the game that, as you go further, is dependent on how well you do and if your team wins and whatnot, to buy new guns. And, that's you have this whole in-game economy system. This game, though, kind of does things differently where you don't lose your funds. And any upgrades that you make, because the big focus on this game is that you have your base weapons that are associated with each character, and then you upgrade them as you go along with the currency, along with perks and higher damaging weapons and things like that. But the money you make in the game doesn't go away until you spend it. And as rounds keep going onwards, you can just accumulate more and more money.
Huh.
So it's done in a very weird way. It's a lot more casual than a lot of other squad-based games are.
Oh, okay.
Which is kind of antithetical to the whole purpose of squad-based games.
Yeah, you kind of want that competitive edge.
But this, well, not as good as games like Valorant or CSGO.
Yeah.
Even though I like this more than CSGO, but that's really just a personal preference.
Yeah.
It's a fun game when you're playing with friends. It's not, I would never play this game by myself.
Oh,
ever.
really?
Yeah. But when you're playing with friends, you're talking with them, you're having a fun time, you're not really taking it too seriously.
Okay.
The gunplay is pretty fun.
How much is this?
It's free. That's what made me say.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so might as well get it. I mean, it's not like it takes up a lot of space.
Sure.
It runs fine. The girls are hot,
Wait, this is not like a military themed like shooter?
Oh,
am I just totally off?
It's like Overwatch in terms of
like
ridiculous looking characters that if you saw on a battlefield, you would look twice. Yeah. It doesn't take itself too seriously. You dance too. Like you can just dance on your enemies after you kill them.
Okay.
Very casual game.
All
very
right.
fun game. Free.
Cool.
Recommend anyone get it. Might as well.
Sure. Fun. Anything else you've been playing?
I picked up Ghost of Tsushima again. That's the last thing I've been playing. Cool. A lot of games I've already played, just picking back up.
I've fallen down the Apex Legends rabbit hole somehow.
Saw you playing that.
Yeah, I've been playing it. Been dropping in they got like a new holiday map thing going on or something. I think it's a new map. I don't know.
Temporary map.
They've got new maps.
Is it temporary? Like
there's a temporary game mode in which you in a squad of 3 instead of like the normal like drop in like battle royale type thing, it's like an actual mode, like an objective mode in which like you and your squad are like trying to capture this train, and you when you capture the train, it's kind of like or when you take control of it, you drive it to a like an objective point, and then you score a point, and then the first squad with 3 points wins.
So it's like a moving King of the Hill.
Kinda. Yeah, it's kind of like a moving King of the Hill. And then, each Apex is a character-based game. But each character has their own loadout in this game, so they're stuck with the weapons that they have.
Okay.
So
no scrounging.
and unfortunately, my main that I usually play as Lifeline, I hate her weapons, so I had to switch off of that and play as Gibraltar, I think.
Well, I mean, annoying character, bad weapons, kind of just fits with the theme, I guess.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
All right. Fuck you. They've buffed Lifeline. She does different things now.
Oh, really?
Yeah. When she goes to revive, she throws the bot down. And the bot does the reviving, so Lifeline can keep shooting.
And this is a passive ability. It's not like a...
Yeah, this is a passive one.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. Yeah. That's very good.
On top of, she can still throw down the bot for healing, and
Yeah.
that's like a more active cooldown thing, and then her ult is the same. But that's what they've changed for her. Whereas before it was just like you revived and then a shield popped up. Now, the shield still pops up, but you just throw the bot down.
Okay.
And then you just get right back into it. I love it. It's such a great ability.
Well, if you're getting back into it, might as well get back into it myself.
Do it, bro.
I have it.
Let's jump in. Yeah, I've got I've got a few of the guys in. So
Yeah, I deleted it because it took up so much space and no one was playing it. So
take that much space?
yeah, 80 gigabytes. I thought.
I'm gonna do it through Steam though. Get it through Steam. I might.
Oh really?
Yeah, because EA Origin. Yeah, no EA. I think EA is trying to like close Origin because they've put all their games on Steam.
I'm happy for that.
And now it's EA Play is on Game Pass and stuff. I think they're trying to be less of their own, not publisher, but they're trying to pull back.
Yeah.
On that front. So, anyways, Apex still the great shooter that it's always been. Still a lot of fun to play. Still my favorite battle royale.
It was when I was playing it.
Yeah, I just really, really love the shooting. I think that's just from the Respawn team being so great, especially with games like Titanfall 1 and 2 under their belt, and they've just fine-tuned that. So yeah, great game. Fucking love it. And I love the tweaks they've made over the time, because it's been a while since I've played Apex, so all the shields now, if you remember the last time we played, there were normal shields and then there were Evo shields.
Yeah.
Which the Evo shields had lesser amounts of shields with them, but if you did damage, you could build it up. So it was kind of like a risk-reward type thing. Every shield is like that now. But you don't sacrifice on the shield amounts. So it's so like the white shield is still two shield cells.
Oh, okay.
But you can upgrade it by doing damage. So if you end up in the final 5 and you've got shitty shields, there's still a way in which you can progress.
Well, if you're in the final 5, the final squads, you're probably already pretty armored up by that point, most likely as well. Right?
It depends. Sometimes you just have bad drops. Where like you and a bunch of other people all dropped on a place with bad loot. So you did, you picked up a shield and you killed you killed 1 or 2 squads, and then so killing those 1 or 2 squads puts you in an advantage to where, okay, maybe you can keep moving forward. They've added a few new guns, most of which I like. Snipers are in their own category now.
Good.
I haven't tried it because I haven't played around with the snipers that much. You can now overcharge your snipers with the use of a shield cell.
So you can still use shield cells.
Yeah.
I thought it was I thought everything was like they removed that system.
No.
Okay.
That's still there.
Okay, good.
Yeah, and then you can overcharge your snipers with shield cells to, I guess, make it a more powerful shot. I haven't tried it yet, but I've just seen it pop up. But yeah, Apex still a great shooter.
It's all good.
That there, Apex. And then I'm still in the mood for an RPG, Connor. Cyberpunk has failed me, but I still want that. I still have this itch to scratch. So I've been playing around with Persona 5 Royal again. Dove a little bit in that. I'm like, it's a lot of text. It's a lot of reading. Not sure if this is what I want. So, I haven't played it yet, but I will by next week's episode. I've installed that they're Yakuza Like a Dragon.
I see. Okay.
Next week, I'll give some impressions on
Please
that.
do.
Yeah.
Didn't they release the rest of the Yakuza games on PC recently?
Xbox, I believe.
Xbox. Oh yeah, it was Xbox, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So I need to play those games.
Great games.
I don't know, like...
Well, I assume. I've never played...
I've only heard good things.
I played Yakuza 0 for like 5 hours, and I was like, this is a good game. And then I didn't pick it back up. So, yeah.
Anything else beyond that?
I think that about does it for this week, Connor. So, once again, you can catch us 8 a.m. Every Monday. We forgot to say this at the top of the show. We also forgot to say that we are on YouTube, SoundCloud, and now Spotify, Connor.
Yeah.
We're there. We're waiting on approval for Apple and Google podcast services.
Those are the chumps, though.
Those will come, and then eventually, slowly but surely, I'll upload all the past episodes. They give you only so much data per however much money you're trying to spend. So, it'll just take some time, and we'll get the old ones up there too. So, but for right now, you can catch us Spotify, 8 a.m. every Monday morning. Until then, say bye to the people, Connor.
Bye, guys.